on Ask the Birdman. How do you attract investors? Well, I'm going to first say you have to have something worth investing in. Today's investors don't invest in ideas, they invest in executable ideas. A savvy investor is looking for an exit plan. And as I say in many cases, or in many of these videos, Ask the Birdman, you have to know where you're going in order to map out a strategy for success. So attracting investors is so much more than having a glitzy presentation. It's so much more than having a great idea. You have to have an exit plan. So here's how you start. The first thing you need to know is how much money do you need? Number two, how are you going to use that money? And number three, which is probably the most important, how are you going to be able to pay back the investor? Listen, if I invest in you and I don't expect to get paid back, that's a gift. That's not an investment. An investment gives me a rate of return. That means there has to be a return on my investment. If I'm just giving you money, that's a gift. That's not an investment. That's not even a loan. When I invest in you, I expect to see a return on it. I expect it to be more than what I gave you. So you have to be able to show me, when people come to my office asking me to invest in a company or to invest in an idea, those are really the three things that I'm looking. Do you have an investable a product? Do you have something that's worthwhile, that's executable? Number two, you know, is it worth my time? But number three, how am I going to get my money back? You know, hey Will, that's right. That's the number one question right there, isn't it? That's the one answer. You want investors? You know, you tell me how I'm going to make my money back. Step one. You know, I put it number three, but at the end of the day, that's really it. Show me an exit strategy. Show me how, at the end of the day, 2 years, 3 years, 5 years, 20 years, whatever it's going to be, 2 months, how am I going to get my money back? And how am I going to get some profit off the money I left with you? And I'll say this, I'll even go to the next one. I'll even go this next step on this particular video. You have to be offering me more than the 3% to 5% I get at the bank. Listen, if I could put my money in in the bank and get it back at 2%, 3%, or if I could put it in the stock market and get 3%, 4%, you know, why am I going to invest in you and you can't even give me an idea of how much money I'm going to make back? So there he is. You know, that's how you attract investors. You have to have a product or a service that has an executable plan. And then probably number three, we'll even skip to number three, move that on up. You have to be able to show me how I'm going to get my money back and a profit. That's it. All right, Richard Burt here. Talk to you later. Peace.